Okay, so I don't know what just happened. We were live, and all of a sudden we appear to not be. Um, and now we are again. So, heyo. I well, damn. We just covered a lot of information in the last 7 minutes, and I don't know how much of it did or didn't actually stream because, well, YouTube's a pain in the ass. So let's just start from the beginning.
Once more with feeling.
Once pour into the breach, my friend. So, normally on a Wednesday morning, we jump in on CNN and we give them a good old WTF. But like I said a minute ago, when I thought we were live, and apparently we weren't, and we just lost 2 viewers. Sorry, guys. Watch the show. Um, CNN hit us with some facts this morning. They did not over politicize. They didn't go crazy on what happened last night. Um, yeah, I'm sorry. This whole situation with the streaming problems just completely derailed me. Cameron, you want to?
Phenomenal cosmic brain power defeated by a technical issue.
Oh my God, really? No shit. Cam, you want to
So,
take over for just a minute while I try and
think.
see what happened?
Yeah. Uh, Long story short, $2 trillion stimulus package. And in going through and reading the articles on CNN, uh, you're welcome, by the way. We read CNN, so you don't have to. But in going through and reading these articles, there were a lot of facts involved, especially where the raw numbers were concerned. And the thing that CNN went into the most detail about is how much money you are going to get. And specifically, if you make less than $75,000 a year, you get a $1,200 check. You get an additional 500 per kid. If you're married, it's 1,200 for both of you, as long as you're under $150,000 a year, and still an additional 500 per kid. And that's going to mean for uh, guys like Chris and I, thousands of dollars. Um, but it's not free money. It's not. And I think the thing that really bothers me about this is CNN went for the emotional gut punch by telling you how much money you are going to get. I mean, forget the fact that it's basically your money anyway, and all of the philosophical stuff about, taxation being theft and all of that. That's kind of the hook. See, they want you to be so excited. Oh my God, the government can just give me $1,000? Woohoo! Because what they want is one day for you to ask the question, well, how come they can't give me $1,000 again? And that's the rub. So now, all that being said, we don't know exactly what's in the bill. We know that some type of compromise was reached. And if we compare it to what the Democrats' counter proposal was, which was basically a backdoor for the Green New Deal and a way to nationalize a whole bunch of companies, a way to sneak in the $15 an hour minimum wage and things like that, um, at least some of those things got included in this compromise bill. I find it difficult to believe there's no way they didn't. Because, as Chris pointed out yesterday, uh, basically they were willing to just take the entire financial system of the country and, by extension, the world hostage and say, no, 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 no. Normally, man, we'd be all about some stimulus. But in this case, we want more. And man, if we can't cause harm as we ask for more, we don't want it. And so there's going to be an ugly backside to this bill, and we just don't know what it is yet. Chris even spent several. Uh, Chris spent some time this morning I'm trying to find text of the bill, and it's not even available yet.
Yeah,
And
I've been up since a little before 5. So
so, yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those. Well, we have to pass the bill so that we can read the bill. And gosh, I remember the last time Nancy Pelosi said something to that effect, and it was not pretty. Those darn health insurance companies are so evil, and because they're so evil, we're going to force you to be their customers, even if you don't want to. Yeah, that's brilliant. I'm sure that'll work out for everybody.
yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, Nancy. I'm just not a big fan of picking through my own turds to see if I had corn yesterday.
Yeah.
I prefer to know what's going to be in it before I pass it. Um,
Oh dear, that's nasty, sir. That is nasty.
well, I mean, that's what they did, man. The Obamacare, they said, we're going to shut down your throat and then we'll check it for corn. We're going to pass it so we can find out what's in it.
Oh, I wish we had a sounder of Cleveland going. Oh, that's nasty.
Maybe I can find that one later. So, bubbles do pop. Bubbles indeed. Yeah, but Rod, you're right. Bubbles do pop, but this is not a bubble popping. It may be that this is a bubble that would have popped eventually, but this is at a minimum the appearance of a dramatic natural disaster. Oh,
Good morning. Hold on.
uh-oh. Hey, little buddy.
That's the affectionate one. Rod's asking all them folks gonna buy a big sack of dope. You know what? At this point, man, I'm tempted. Whatever. If we're all just gonna be shiftless losers, you can't beat them. Join them.
Yeah, I'm not ready to play that game. We've got the equipment, we've got the know-how, we've got the talent. We're gonna make some fucking movies. Oh,
I mean, we could do an unofficial Cheech and Chong follow up. What do you do during a pandemic, man? Yeah, I don't know, man. The same thing we always do.
try to take over the world.
Now you're mixing in Pinky and the Brain.
I
But
thought that was the
that's
Democrats.
ha, ha, ha.
Oh,
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 he brought it all the way home with a dad joke.
I'm terrible. I think I'm about spent. So, let, I am going to do a quick update. Y'all know I had surgery on my right ear a little over a month ago now. Last Wednesday I was supposed to have a follow up, a post surgery follow up. Um, and of course it was canceled because of the coronavirus stuff. And I got this done at the VA. They took great care of me. I know the VA gets a bad rap for a lot of stuff, and I'll tell you the truth, they deserve it. Several years ago, I was due for my eye exam and glasses, and right around the same time, one of my kids got a hold of my glasses and broke them, and I had to tape the legs back onto them. And I tried to get an appointment with the VA to go and get it taken care of, and they told me that the next available appointment was like 6 months out, but they were going to set me up with a civilian provider so I could get there sooner. And after 4 months of back and forth over that, they finally got me an appointment with a civilian provider, and that appointment was for 2 weeks after the appointment that I would have had 6 months after the initiation of the whole rigmarole with the VA. And I finally ended up saying, you know what, screw them. I just went and paid for my glasses. I just went to a local optometrist and took care of it myself. Um, just because the VA does get underwater like that. Well, fast forward, that was under the Obama administration. That was back in like 2013, 2014. Um, I have seen dramatic
Let me be clear.
improvements. I have seen dramatic improvements with the VA since then. There are still problems, but a little perspective on this whole pandemic situation. This is a post-surgery follow-up appointment on my ear, which is doing fine. I'm not in pain. Everything seems to be healing correctly. I'm going to be fine without that post-op appointment that I should have had last Wednesday. But I got a call, actually on Monday, I got a call from the VA to reschedule that appointment. And that follow-up's going to happen in June. Maybe. Right?
Fingers crossed.
We're talking about a surgical follow-up appointment that's supposed to happen within 2 to 3 weeks of the surgery is going to be pushed off for months. That's because of the virus. That's not. I mean, they're obviously the inefficiency of a large bureaucratic single-payer healthcare system like the VA is a factor there, but it's not a factor sufficient to explain that broad a set-off.
Yep.
So,
well, socialized medicine. Yay!
but I guess the long and the short of it today, on our usual WTF Wednesday, is because we don't have the bill in hand to read it and see what happened yet. CNN actually gets some kudos from me this morning for being reasonable. I mean, just this is what happened. These are the things.
I don't know that I'm ready to go that far. I refuse to believe that the same CNN that happened to know that happened to get Donna Brazile like debate questions direct from the DNC doesn't have at least some kind of a skeleton outline of this bill. Like they know things. They're not telling us things. They want us to look at the shiny money we're gonna get. I mean, like a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Pay attention to the sugar, not the medicine.
Yeah, and I do expect we're going to find some nastiness in the bill because Democrats were involved. And anytime you get a Democrat involved, somebody's getting robbed at gunpoint.
So, quick before we go.
To be fair, I'm pretty hard on the Democrats. My opinion of Republicans is not much better. Like I've said many, many times in the past, I tend to vote Republican, not because I approve of the work that they do or because I have a very high opinion of them, but quite simply, Republicans fail slower. Republicans are a failure of a party. Democrats are a ticking time bomb. The Democrat Party is a natural disaster.
So, Rod, real quick before we go, and there's actually some meat on this to chew on. He says, "I'll believe it when I see it. They're going to send me a check." And honestly, Rod, I think that's what this is going to amount to. They are going to send you a check. All you got to do is make less than $75,000 a year, and buddy, you qualify. And I think that's on purpose because they want to get as many people as possible hooked up to that sweet, sweet teat of government benefits. Because, man, the government can just do whatever. They can send you money, I've said it before. I will say it again that I actually think long term this is going to be one of those things that is proven to be a mistake. It is forever going to be thrown up in our face. And that's, hey, well, you say UBI is bad, but we basically gave everybody a similar form of UBI when the whole economy collapsed, and it saved the day. So why don't we just do it forever? And you're going to have a whole bunch of 23-year-olds with lip piercings going, yeah, man, why can't they go ahead and just do it? And greedy capitalists. So long story short, yeah, I think they're going to send you the check, and it's going to have a fish hook in it.
Agreed. All right, that's all I've got this morning.
Yeah, that's all I got this morning. I'm an essential employee, and I have to go to work. However, I don't have to leave quite as early. One of the upshots to this is, man, there's less traffic.
All right, well, be safe out there, brother. Y'all be safe out there. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yep. What was that from Star Wars? This is how democracy dies, to thunderous applause. How many people are going to cheer over the fact that this stimulus package was
Oh, God.
passed?
Yeah. I
All right,
know.
man.
I know.